Hello everyone and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, Mono Black Skeletons. I want to play a aggressive deck to try to see whether or not I can combat the plague of Dimir. Because I think right now in standard, every other game I play is either mono red or some version of that red fling red mouse deck or the Dimir bounce deck. I really think the Dimir bounce deck is probably the best deck there is in standard. Hands down, not even comparable, tier 0 compared to all the other decks. But, of course, it takes a little bit of skills to play, and once people figure out to do that, it's gonna be a nightmare to kind of try any other deck on standard. But there is one crux to that deck, and that is aggro. That deck is not very good against aggressive decks if the aggression was high enough. One of the good aggressive decks that I haven't tried out enough is the Mono Black Skeleton deck. The idea of the Skeleton deck is we're going to land a bunch of skeletons, give them haste and pump with Corpse of the Lost. We also got a new pump or a new lord from the what is that called again? The Magic Foundation and Death Baron. All zombies and skeletons gives +1/+1 and Death Touch. We also have Gisa that will buff all skeletons and zombies as well giving them menace. So yeah, as long as we can land skeletons, we can aggressively push our opponent's life total so that they don't really have the time to try to bounce our stuff. And bouncing Corpse of the Lost really does not hurt us. It hurts our opponent like hell because, we're just going to keep attacking them with the hasty skeletons that Corpse brings. So I think this is a good combo, or not a good combo deck, but a good combination of cards to fight against the Dimir bounce. But also, it fights mono red quite well, right? It has the removal and cut down and go for the throw and nowhere to run. But it also has a lot of aggressive board presence so that we can get the win if we need to. There is another hidden combo in the deck, and that's with Tinybones and Cut Down. So the idea is that when you play turn 1 Tinybones, your opponent might play a turn 1 creature to block it. Then you can cut it down, and then you can attack with the Tinybone and get their 1-drop on your side. Things like Siren, things like the 1/1 white creature that pumps with every enchantment. I forgot what it's called. Something Interloper. And there's also the Landwehr Elf. There's a lot of 1-drops that you can steal. There's also 2-drops you can steal with Cut Down, like the Bats. So this is a pretty fun combination of cards, I would say, for stealing your opponent's deck as well. So here is the total deck list. In the early game, we got 12 1-drops that are on tempo so that we can be sure we have 1-drops to play. 4 Cult Conscript, 4 Forsaken Miner, and 4 Tinybones to Pickpocket. So all skeletons, all 1-drops. And we also have 4 Cut Down to kill our opponent's creatures. Turn 2, we got 4 Cases of the Stash Skeleton, 4 Go for the Throw, and 2 Nowhere to Run, so we can on-board presence or remove our opponent's board presence. Turn 3, we got Corpse of the Lost, 4 Corpse of the Lost, and 4 Death Baron. Turn 1, Turn 2, we want to have Skeletons. Turn 3, we want to have our Lord or Anthem effects. Turn 4, nothing. Well, maybe we play 2 1-drops or 2 2-drops or 1 2 1 3-drops, whatever the case is. And that is turn 4. And then turn 1 drop and 1 3-drop, turn 4. And then turn 5, or any later on, we can slam Gisa for the ultimate win, because Gisa gives all of our creatures, our skeletons and zombies, +1/+1, and menace. Meanwhile, whenever we commit a crime, this deck is kind of full of crimes. We can bring we can bring in 2 blue and black zombies. They get pumped by Gisa, and they also get pumped by the Death Baron, because it doesn't just pump skeletons, it also pumps zombies. So the rest are 24 lands total, 22 swamps and 2 Sandstorm Verge. No crazy other utility lands, but Sandstorm Verge will be pretty useful in stopping a big blocker, but also helping us trigger crimes whenever we need to. And there's one hidden thing in this deck that I need to talk. Actually, 2 hidden things. One is the Cult Conscript. Don't let the second part of the Cult Conscript ability fool you. We never use that. It says return a Cult Conscript from graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only when a non-skeleton creature died this turn. Well, not going to happen, right? The whole deck is full of skeletons. So, only time when you can do that is when our Death Baron or Gisa dies, and usually when those are dying, we're probably doing something wrong. So, yeah, Cult Conscript is just a 1-mana 2/1. Just play it as a 1-mana 2/1, nothing else. And there is another hidden thing, and that is the Case of Stash Skeleton. It says whenever you control no suspected skeleton, not just no skeleton, which means that these don't matter, right? Only the suspected skeleton that we summon matters. And that also we don't really want to keep. We want to get rid of, because then then we get to Demonic Tutor. And what are we get to Demonic Tutor for? Most likely, Corpse of the Lost. This is the crux of the whole deck. If we can draw Corpse of the Lost, we can always have aggressive push, and that will always kill our opponent. That's kind of the idea, and that is this whole deck. Now let's go into the games. Alright, our opponent is the Fly the Chris. Is that your name? Fly the Chris? We go first. Alright. Conscript, Case, Bear. Good curve. Let's see if we can use it. What kind of opponent are they? Are they red? No sleeves? Probably red. Green. With his Razor Verge, they're bunnies. Alright, do we just ignore the bunnies? I ignored this bunny. He doesn't ignore me. Non-skeleton creature died under your control. Well, there is no non-skeleton creature that died under my control, so here is another skeleton. This is such a numbo. Yeah, right. If I control no suspected skeleton, none of my skeletons are suspected. He can't block anyways, so let's get rid of this. Definitely don't want to see Phineas buff the whole board. That's no fun. He's probably gonna play the 3/1/1s anyways. No, another Phineas. All right. If it's a protection spell for Phineas, oh, he's gonna get it. Not a protection spell for Phineas. Just a random bunny. We'll kill this Phineas. Remove it. Move it good. Alright, well, no haste, but we're not going to commit a crime anyway, so... Buff the skeleton. It can't block, but he doesn't know what it's doing. Forsaken Miner. We have the Death Touch. Does it give Death Touch? Oh yeah, it gives +1/+1 and Death Touch. I was wondering where I got the little flaming skull from. I am not a Ghost Rider. Alright, Paul Patch Recruit. Give me all the babies and all. Would you like to attack? Because I cannot block you. Okay, they don't want to attack. Just take it. It's a lot of damage for them to just take. So, what do I do here? Nothing. That's what I do. There are 8. Valley Quest Calling. Do we stop the quest calling? The Paul Patch Recruit is scary, right? If I kill the quest caller, he buffs the whole board. Well, he buffs the whole board with the Paw Patch. Burrowgar. Let's kill the quest caller. He does get to buff the whole board here. But, you know, that already buffed the board. 2/3 attacking. Yeah, you got it. Not blocking it. That would be dumb. Alright. Our ghouls are gonna get hasty. So, they're all Death Touchers. How would you like to trade, huh? I mean, little bunnies fighting skeletons? That's flavor for you. Death Touch. Death Touch. I will take action. He's got 1 card. It's a Knight Errant, which I guess it's fine. I don't know, is it fine? Oh, he missed. Well, he's, you know, Knight Errant for 1 anyways, that's not gonna get much. Target creature can block this turn, activate only as a sorcery. So if I attack like this, right, he has to block the force, or he die, or he just die anyways. GG. Actually, no, he can't block this 4-2 because it's Menace. So yeah, GG. Skeletons got there. Alright, our opponent is Palomides. 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 I don't know. Opponent goes first now. Alright, we don't get a go first. We have removal, but that's about it. Let's see. Maybe our Tinybones will get us there. What are they playing? Will we have to remove everything every turn? I don't want to have to do that. They're blue-white. We got a Siren going. Alright, already conspicuously in trouble. I hope he maps. Oh, if he maps. He's not gonna map, I think. Blue-white control? Wow, okay. Is he gonna... Oh, what is he gonna do with 1 mana anyways, right? Maybe he tries to deal the damage. I can play his Carrot Cake. This is so weird, right? Do I just Tinybones his Carrot Cake? I don't think so. I think we'll remove this. We play our Siren. We get our map token. Tinybones doing his thing. He is the boss. Plays Carrot Cake. Makes the 1/1. Our draws have not been great, but it's... You know, we will have to make do with whatever this is. Keep to the top, okay. They still have plays. I wonder what their play is. Another Siren. Alright, that's our play. Cool. Now, we're gonna check if we can buff the Tinybone. Alright, that's the third go for the throw. I don't want that. He lets the damage go through. I don't think he has Kaito in his deck, does he? Nice scry. Get away that swamp. Man, we're getting flooded. I got 3 go for the throw and I don't know, 7 swamps, 6 swamps. 6 swamps, 3 go for the throw in the first 11 cards. That takes up 9 out of those 11. Thank God I can play his deck, or I can't really play my deck. The only card I got from my deck is the Tinybones and a Cult Conscript. That is a yup. If you ever seen one. Alright, what's our opponent doing now? They're doing the rope. They wanted to keep on top. That must be a good card, right? They're looking for a DOJ here. That would be pretty scary. I want to take his Carrot Cakes. He's probably looking to kill Tinybones with like a Get Lost. At this point, it is taking a lot of value out of his deck. He's gonna rope. Shelter by Ghost. Alright, pretty annoying, but you know, we're gonna have to make do. Do you want to use the map token? Or do you want to play a land and use the Carrot Cake? Maps the Siren. Gets a tap land, okay. He gains the 2 life. Unfortunately. We're gonna have to tap all of our mana for this. Would you like to trade? Got another Cult Conscript. No, it's not what I want. Kill your Siren, your Shelter. We give back our Tinybones for a turn. I mean, this is not looking good, right? The draws are horrendous. I barely got plays from his deck. I could shelter by Ghost his things if my Tinybone can get through, but I don't think so. I think it's just going to shelter it again. I don't think our opponent has good draws either, but it's... We're both having bad draws, but their bad draws are slightly, marginally better than our bad draws, which is putting us in a situation. Like, if they're all lands, like, there's 5 lands in his hand, then yeah, he has worse draws. But I don't think it's that. Okay, Bunnycorn. Bunnycorn, no block, Death Touch. Another shelter? It is another shelter. Alright, can't attack. Well, I toss a go for the throw, but now that I know what deck he is, I might be regretting tossing that go for the throw. But regardless, what has to be done has to be done. We're 1 for 2-ing twice, yet somehow I feel like I'm behind on value. Let's go. They got 5 mana. Do they have Sunfall in their weird Bunnycorn Spy God Siren deck? This feels like the Axe deck. Right, with the Carrot Cake? Man, they draw 2 shelters in the top part of their deck. We draw 3, go for the throw, to be fair. I had to toss 1 because my draws were not as good, and I don't know what kind of deck they are, so I didn't want to keep that go for the throw. If I knew, I probably would have kept it. It seemed to be better. But now, we're gonna fight through the rope. We do have a Death Baron. It's, you know, if it doesn't get countered, it does put on board a little bit more pressure. But neither here nor there. If they Restless Cottage me, I'm gonna be so happy. It is such a bad play because he just taps himself out for a whole turn here. It'd be funny if he plays Shelter by Ghost on the Restless Cottage. That would show you he's a noob. Because if you put an enchantment on a creature land, when it goes back into a creature, it just goes away. If you Mockingbirds the Restless Cottage, it just turns back into a land. Yep. GG, that's not a good play. I don't know what he was doing, but nothing good. I mean, we had a pretty bad hand, but I guess our opponent... I don't know if their hand was worse, but it definitely wasn't good either. Alright, our opponent is Tiago Campo. Hello, Tiago. You won't let me go first, Tiago? Come on, be cool. I guess I will keep because I have a removal, but yeah. Starts plotting right away. We got a lot of cases. Scavenger. He's gonna protect. Oh, okay. Battlefield Forge, no protect, GG. I mean, sure. Play that dumb deck. Alright, our opponent is Aurin. Aurin's letting us go first. We got a Tinybone, we go first. I like this hand. They're not even doing anything? Okay. I hope they try to bat me next turn. That would be fun. No. Forest Swamp. What is a Forest Swamp Virtue? Do I want to cut down my own Tinybones to prevent a Virtue? Is this a game that's going to go that long? Let's find out. Let's find out if that cut down would have really mattered. Or would have not mattered at all. Whenever... At the beginning, if I descended, right? Terra Thunder. Cool. Feels bad, but... That's why I have multiple. Did they have multiple Terra Thunders? I think they missed the land drop, right? No. No. I went first. So, yeah. I'm so used to opponents going first that I'm so surprised. They do have a second Terra. Alright. Here's our Lord. Our Lord and Savior. The Baron. You can play like Gisa here. He did miss a land drop that turn. Gisa does not save him. I just all-in attack. He can block a 3-3. He takes 5. Go for the throw on 1. Alright. This buffs, right? All skeletons and zombies. GG. Man, that aggro. Okay, that cut down didn't matter at all. Like I said, we weren't going to get there. But also, if I had cut down my own Tinybones, it wouldn't matter either way, because I never used on any of his creatures. Alright, our opponent is Masaki Chance. Whatever that means. The chance is we get to go first. Thank you very much. We'll get a Tinybone out. If I have a creature, I can definitely remove it with a cut down. If he doesn't have a creature, we'll case. Both are, you know, viable. Landware Elf. Do it. Paul Patch Recruit. Almost a Landware Elf. I'm not going to say no to that Paul Patch. Seems like a good free card for me to have. You're not going to play anything? Alright, we will case. We will have a Forsaken Miner. Oh, our board is scary. Scary AF. Are they going to... Oh, I thought they were going to Offspring of Paul Patch. Instead, they play a Scavenger. Or Savager? Scavenger? What is this? Make a 3-3 Golem. The 3-3 can block the Paul Patch if he wants. If that's all he wants to do. I'll just play it again. He's back! Forgot about that, did you? Alright, he's at 8. Should not have blocked the Paul Patch. It was the least impactful thing. And now he does nothing. Cool. I can make this 3-3 unable to block, but he has all his mana open, which makes me hesitate. So instead, what I'm going to do is just full swing. Without the Baron. Where Fox Bodyguard? Okay, I'm going to pump... This is not Death Touch, right? So I will pump this. I'm suspected. You have to do 2 things to block. No, that's not it. That works. Our bones shall be tiny again. And we shall be suspected some more. Alright, the music's got messed up again because I missed the last game did not let me play through. Alright, and then they just quit. I didn't even get to see where my attack is, but both of these are suspected, so one of those will go through, and then he dies. GG. Very fun for me. Alright, our opponent is Romulissimo. Romulissimo. We go first. Romuli. Yeah, okay, fine. Tinybones does Tinybone things. Oh, he's still mulliganing? Okay. I got in here. Here's Tinybone. I don't think Tinybone will be able to play anything off his graveyard unless he surveils and gives me a 1-drop. The worst play possible. Yeah, not happening here. I could draw a cut down. Then I'll be able to kill his 1-drop, assuming he has a 1-drop. Or he could not have a 1-drop, and none of that matters. Take 1. And now we are conscripted. He's going to have a turn 2 play. It could be a bat, but we have 2 Death Baron, so he cannot bat both Death Baron. I just don't want him to go for the throw, but with the Golgari deck, that's probably what they're looking to turn 2. I don't know. Romulissimo. What would you like to do here? Rope. That's always one way to play. Okay, still roping. Our opponent's not even here. I feel like he just starts roping because queue up the game, rope. Typical new age Magic player. I remember back in high school days where you go to your local Magic shop and then some people does this. So you can at least reach across the desk and be like, "Hey, you okay there? Your brain's still there? Are you playing the game? Touch all my cards." Touch all my cards and then say go, huh? Alright, that's fun. Well, we can Death Baron and get that counter. Why not? It was either that or not do anything. I mean, obviously I'm doing that. He's gonna play a counter spell, I attack for 3, yeah. I mean, if my draw were just lands and Death Baron, there's nothing else I can do. Okay. More lands. Yeah, you got that. You got another Phantom Interference? No interference this time, but probably a kill spell. Go for the throw. They have nothing in the graveyard for my Tinybones, but I do have 5 lands for Gisa if I ever draw one. I think they have enough to pay for... Gisa's life, right? Gisa's not mana. So they have enough to pay for the war either way. I don't think it matters. Maelstrom Pulse. Okay, so he does not have enough to kill Gisa. If I can draw it. If I can draw it, which I can't. Down to 11. We're not dealing that much damage. I mean, look at the lands that we drew, right? Liliana.
Something suspicious is going on.
Maybe discard my last swamp. Cool. Nice trade. That's a good card. Everybody gets bigger. Alright, there was a stick. I think we just killed Lily. He can bounce one, but he cannot bounce both or kill both. So Lily's dying for sure.
I'll be back with friends.
He's giving it back to my hand, huh? Interesting. Does he have another Lily? Well, if he doesn't make me discard a corpse, it's gonna get him. Maelstrom Pulse. And then quit. Oh, we got there. Well, with this draw, we still got there. Their hand must be horrendous. I guess Sultai is not a very good combo unless, or not a very good color combination unless you're running the Reanimator combo deck. Right? You see all those removal. Didn't do anything against our chump aggroing skeleton. Alright, our opponent is Gisa. That's my memory of how Zizor sound like in Pokemon. Gisa. We go first. Alright, Cult Conscript, Forsaken Miner, and then a Baron, and then Gisa. Well, I guess we're just all aggro all the way. I mean, it can't block. Landwar Elf. Alright, that's bad for me. They're gonna ramp like crazy here. He's not gonna block. No part of the world where the land where elf blocks, but does he turn to Gisa me? Because I cannot answer a Gisa. This hand doesn't answer Galisas. Alright. That's a good freaking play here. I just got a crime, and I can bring back the Forsaken Miners. Now, am I a criminal? Ha! We'll find out. Next time on Dragon Ball Z. Landware Elf into Landware Elf. Well, I guess I am a degenerate criminal. What does this do? I mean, I want to kill this, right? No questions about it. Now he can't block? Yeah, that's... Man, this criminal board is scary. Maelstrom Pulse was good. Definitely hit me. And it hurt. But now, what's our opponent's plan? Kill the Death Baron? Okay, he's killing the Baron instead of the Miner. Which is funny. Yeah, right? What? No. Don't attack. That's not right. He has no green and a Mishra's Foundry. Should have hit hit the Landware Waste. So I know that he has no removal. Gisa's gonna make our opponent hate his life. Oh, Gisa's word is mana and life. So couldn't have gotten through anyways. GG. You can block. You can definitely block. Oh wait, no, he can't block his menace. They're all menace. I'm very menacing. GG Ziza. Should have evolved a little bit slower. Pick up that speed. Alright, our opponent is Dobiffy. Dobiffy? Dobiffy. We go first against the Dobiffy. Alright. I mean, go first, Tinybone. I always love that hand. There it is. What would you like to do turn 1? No place. Alright, we're gonna stash. And stash it up. Here comes Beans. Here comes Beans. Alright, will we have the time against Beans? Well, guess we're about to find out. Gotta be as aggressive as we can be. We got one more turn left. Here's the Overlord. Or maybe he doesn't have the Overlord. Get lost on the Baron. Okay, he doesn't have the Overlord. Which is good, but not great, because I just got mapped. Please don't be a land, please don't be a land. Okay, not a land. I think I keep that. No. I am playing this Verge. Do I show the Verge? No reason for me to show the Verge, right? He doesn't know what I'm doing. Yeah, this can go now. I don't need a second one. I just needed the +1/+1 counters. Don't want to accidentally draw a land there. Now this is 7 damage. Still not quite there. It's, you know, definitely still get hit by an Overlord. And a Sunfall. Or a split up. Oh man, a split up would hurt. All patch formation. I mean, it's not that bad of a play. Maybe sack my case. Actually, it's a terrible play because he dies. So, does he have anything in the graveyard? Nope. Just looking at my hasty creatures. Well, make a play, Dobiffy. It's still anyone's game, right? He can definitely board wipe, and there are haste in the deck. So, Leyline Binding to draw a card, and what is he gonna bind? The Tinybones or the Suspected Skeleton? I suspect he binds the Tinybones. Right? I don't know. Huh, okay. The lands! The lands are beautiful. I can't hit anything, he goes down to 5. Yeah, I guess we show the Verge. I don't need to show the Verge. The Verge can be done at any moment. I definitely will get hit by a Sunfall now. And then, how do we fight out of a Sunfall? Overlord of the Mistmore. Alright, not a Sunfall. I'm gonna kill one of these. Thank God I have a cut down. So I definitely sack for... Actually, is that lethal? I think it might be. Let's find out. Let's get a corpse. Unfortunately, this comes into play tap. But, you know, he can only block 1, and the other 2 does 6 damage total. GG. Yep, we got there. Against the Bings deck, they weren't fast enough. If they had a Sunfall, right? It's, like I said, it was anyone's game. If they had a Sunfall that turn, this would have been a little bit trickier. We might still be able to get there, but, you know, now we actually got there. Alright, our opponent is cosine 180. What's cosine of 180? It's not degrees. I assume it's 180 radian. Just to screw with people. Opponent goes first. I don't want to do this. He has 67 cards in his deck. Wait, no, wait a minute. He has 67 plus 7 cards in his hand. He has 74 cards in his deck? What's going on? Cosine of 180 is not 74. I'll tell you what. I tell you what. Alright, backstream. Backstream do nothing. We're gonna mine. Please let me draw a land. I need a land. I just need 3 lands for this deck. Just 3. It's not too much to ask, is it? Exiles a card from a hand. Do I exile my Nowhere to Run just so that I have Temple? I exile Corpse. Please, 1 land, 1 time. Again, I need like 30% to be lands. It's not that hard. Just randomly discard a card. Like, okay, if I don't draw a land, I would know where to run, right? Okay, thank God. That's good. We Death Baron. The Corpse of the Lost here. If he blocks, we can bounce the Corpse. But the Death Baron is a Death Baron. No, this puts more on board. It's gonna block something. It's not gonna block the Miner, obviously. So does he block the Conscript or the 3/2? If he, yeah, block the Conscript. If he blocks the Miner, Nowhere to Run, can just bring it back, which is nice. Do we bring this Corpse back? No. Okay, I should have brought it back. Get shot down. We have a land. You can Death Baron, right? Then we have 2 3/2s. It's kind of playing off curve here. No, these are 3/3s. Three threes are hardest to block for a 2/1. Virtue. Virtue's pretty good. Oh, come on. Double Virtue. Go back up to 10. All of our damage was for naught. Only I control, right? If a skeleton, non-skeleton creature died under your control this turn, which, I mean, these are all skeletons, so that's not happening. So you want to draw me a card? Want to draw us both a card? Thank you. Oh boy. I mean, if he plays a land and then just plays the Ruthless Negotiation, I'll be pretty happy. Alcatraz? What do we do with Alcatraz? This is 5 damage. If I play this... No. Oh, 1 land off, that's unfortunate. I will go for this throw. You can have it back. We're just gonna go in for the damage. Hope to get there. Maybe he Ruthless Negotiations me? What does this do? He's gonna return something. Gonna return the No Priest. I get to discard any card? I don't think I want to do that. I think I discard the Death Baron. We got the Lifelinker. I got a land. So if I attack for 3. See, if I didn't have this, he will have 2 creatures on board. I will have a Death Baron. This would be a 4/4 and a 3/3. I don't think that would have been better either way. You can just use the Aklazad. He trades the Death Baron. If he plays the Aklazad, he cannot use the Restless Reef as a blocker. Man. I wish I would return that Corpse to the Lost at 1 turn. Corpse will be pretty good right now. I got no card from my hand. Gisa. Gisa is a card. I mean, I don't really do any crime, but Gisa is a card. Oh, they're all Menace. Oh, that's lethal. I forgot Gisa gave him Menace. GG. They were close. But unlike them, I'm the cosine of 0, which is better than 180. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you see all those corpses of the lost games, how do you like this deck? Do you like the skeleton aggro? Because I think it's very strong, very fast. It's not one-dimensional because you do have to think about, do you play your creatures or do you play your removal? You have to think about what do you fetch out. You have to think about when do you play the corpse, when do you play the Death Baron? Do you play the Death Baron first or do you play the corpse first? It's a little bit of thought process, a little bit, slightly, marginally more than the red mouse deck. But it's an aggro deck, so it's pretty easy to learn. Pretty easy to train on. Now, what you do need, and that is gonna cut into the Mythic WoW cards, are the 4 Tinybones and the 2 Gisas. And we saw how important those are, because we definitely want to be able to have Tinybone early enough where our opponent's always thinking about what to put into their graveyard and making awkward place. And then the Gisa is our finisher. It's our windmill slam for the win kind of cards. Then the rare wild cards are you're going to need our Corpse of the Lost and Death Barons. Those you also need in the deck, otherwise you're not really getting anywhere. I think Case of Staff Skeleton is also a rare. So those are the rare cards that you have to watch out for. But the rest of the deck is pretty cheap. All the skeletons are pretty cheap. And that is this whole deck. Very strong. I won, I think, 9 games out of 12 games today. Obviously not a good representation. I went first a lot, which is very lucky, and I also got pretty good draws, which is also very lucky. But this deck is pretty strong, so I do think you'll put up a healthy win rate if you try it yourself. That's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.